Heyo, good
What's up,
evening,
guys?
afternoon,
What's up, everyone?
night. Everybody's talking at once. What the hell's going on here? I'm
I
Omnidog,
silently waved.
and I've already lost control of this interview. I'm Omnidog, along with Jake from the Brave and the Boys.
Yeah.
We're the only ones wearing our OPB spears. We have the fancily named Jean-Pierre Wynn and the unfancy named David Ortiz.
That's right.
As our guest tonight, who will be interviewing JP. David, how are you guys doing?
Doing well. How about you guys? It's actually the first time we actually talked in person, or not in person, but talked to each other besides text.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
good heavens! Bar's in the chat. Bar, what up?
What?
Good to see.
What's up,
Bar.
Art? Yes. I think is it her that's like lives like in like the other side of the world and like
She's
it's like
my Israeli correspondent.
Yes,
yeah.
that's right. That's right.
And
Listen, I just want to give a shout out to the Rangers right now. The Texas Rangers are currently in the what is it?
the baseball playoffs.
Yeah, the baseball playoffs. They are beating the Astros right now 2-0. So gotta represent my Rangers. Look, hey.
Boot them off.
James,
I hate the Rangers. I've always been a diehard anti-Rangers fan.
You don't even know what sport he's talking about. James with OPB set up and is nice. Cycle Cleveland. Okay, we're in for
Nice in all caps.
Yeah. Bunk is here. I can't wait to find out all the codes I can use to save money. That's right, baby. Let's go. Here it is. Organic Prize Books. Use the code Omnidog for $2 off your order. Or here's where the big savings are: 5% off shipping 3 or more books together. Omnidog ship it together. And yes, I use my own code to save money. So let's see. Rodimus talking to Bar. Okay. Natural Bridge says we're a bunch of legends. Nice.
Very
I
cool.
appreciate it.
Baz Murph is here. I think I saw Rodimus is here too. Tio
Rodimus.
Julio and David in the house. Are you JP? Are you known as Tio Julio somewhere?
Yeah, they call me Tio Julio, Jefe, or whatever else you could think of.
Oh, I like Jefe. That's cool. Bonus stream.
My daughters actually call him that. So that's kind of how it started off.
They call him Jefe?
No.
Oh, that would be awesome if they did.
Do they also call you Bat Daddy?
No, they just call me plain father, highly exalted one. He who reigns above them. That's basically.
You ever get like a papa?
No, I think that's my wife's dad's. Yeah. My father-in-law's name, so they call him that. So I'm kind of like.
Wait, so what do they call JP?
They actually call him Tio Julio. Like they see him.
Tio Julio. Okay.
Yeah. So
Have a good night, Bar.
Julio. I don't know why he Julio, but he wanted for them to call him that.
Aria's here. Good to see you. William Lee, candy corn lover. David does not even know the name of one of the Texas Rangers. That's not Chuck Norris. We're already talking smack to my guest. Oh, okay. Bars, I'm not here to stay, unfortunately. Oh, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, and I'm tired. Just wanted to jump in and say hello and see how you're all doing. So great to see you in the chat, Bar. I hope to talk to you soon. Okay. Good night, Bar. Take care.
Yeah, be safe.
Mall 360 first live stream. Omnidog, love your channel. Whoa, peace and love. Thank you. Just got into collected editions this year because of your channel.
That's right.
Aww.
Dude.
All right. Represent
I have to
jabronis.
I have to say, as someone who started watching, developed a friendship with Jess via watching his live streams, nothing's more special than the first live stream.
That's what my former girlfriends have all said too. Marcelo's here, my Mexican correspondent. Good to see you, Marcelo.
Very cool.
Natural Bridge, always trying to decide, trying to make a legend out of me. Omnidog doesn't wear a watch. He decides what time it is.
Is that because he's always late to his streams?
What the hell are you talking about? I hear we like comic books. That's Daniel Cohen. Yeah.
Comic books all over.
Terry's from Down Under. OPB can make a snowman out of rain.
Natural
Aw.
Bridge always leaves like
Okay.
the best comment in every video.
I
like,
know, yeah.
yeah,
I miss it.
I do too.
So that brings me to my first question that everybody wants to know: how and what is what? Where did you come up with the name Organic Priced Books? And does it mean anything in particular, or were you just high one day?
So it's. I always tell the story. It's so funny because back then, when you learn about business and stuff like that, they're like, don't dwell on names or whatever else for too long. Just keep it rolling, keep it rolling. So I was like, I was in my healthy phase, like eating organic, like chicken and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna call it Organic Price Books because there was like cheap graphic novels, and I was like, all right, let me keep it with like around like books. Let me do Organic Price Books. I'll change the name later down the road, maybe like in a few months. No big deal, because I didn't expect it to take off, and then it just stuck. So it's more like an inside joke. There's actually no meaning at all. It's like, oh, this that was before Chat GPT was a thing. Now I can just go on Chat GPT and make a random name.
Awesome. Well, that's good. That brings me to my next point. The next thing I wanted to say, when I feel like did you start your business during the pandemic? Was it like 2021 or?
Yeah, it was actually 2021, like October of 2021. And I told David about it. He was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then he was like, "If you ever need help one day, let me know." And then started asking him for help, and then here we are.
Yeah, that was that's an interesting time to have started a business, but it sounds like, well, I mean, you're an online retailer with a lot of people know about you. Just in the okay, so you just turned 2 years old, and people already know about you. I can't. Just a sec. Bunks cracks me up. First question to JP: why isn't my book shipped? Sure, it hasn't released yet, but why haven't you shipped it yet? Yeah.
Ooh, the hard-hitting questions.
I know, dude. I was like, man.
So in just 2 years, you've actually made quite a name for yourself, and I'm not sucking up because I have a code for OPB, but I mean, there are just a handful of online retailers, and you're like one of them. What do you think you did differently to set yourself apart, and how did you grow? So I feel like you've grown pretty quickly.
And
Yeah, I
you've
feel
like made a fiercely loyal fan base. Like people are like ride or die OPB when they get hooked,
Oh yeah,
I know,
here's somebody
right?
that loves you.
That's right. What's up, Christian? Nice to
That scary
nice to
monkey
see you
face
here.
like jumped at me.
It's funny because we just saw. Well, I just saw some stuff in the industry that, like, whenever stuff happens, there's delays or you don't get your book shipped like that. Nobody lets you know, right? That's what happened during the pandemic. Like, you don't even know what's going on. So when I stepped in just to open OPB, I was like, hey, these books are delayed. They'll come whenever we'll let you know. And it was just talking to the customers. Like, the other big companies, they didn't really talk to the customers, and that's all we did. We filled in that gap, made it transparent what's going on in the industry, why prices are like what, and then why stuff are getting delayed and stuff like that. Because you never know. Like, the only thing when you shop to other places is your book will get shipped eventually, maybe a couple months or and then that's it. So that's all we did was just talk to the customers, and then
So customer service, basically.
yeah, basically.
I think for JP, he's always been very transparent, even like just friendship wise. So the way I met him was at the gym. We were both working together, and like he started, and he's like, "Hey, you look like you need personal training. Let me help you out." So even from then, he's very.
He started with the neg.
Yeah, basically, like I can train you, and we trained for a while. But I think that's how he comes across in all that he does. Like, if you remember the earliest videos, he would be like, look what Penguin would send, or who was it sending the boxes all jacked up, and he would show them. He'd be like, this is why your books are delayed, guys. I'm trying to reach out to them, but they're not replacing it. So I think the transparency that we've had with the customers has been kind of that push or the difference from the other online retailers.
And I still remember one of my very first videos was just showing people the margins of the business. They're like, "Why is your stuff so expensive?" Like, hey, this is how much I get it for. This is how much I sell it for. I'm making like $5 or less from you guys. So
Yeah.
that was funny.
I had completely forgotten, but when PRH stepped into the game, floppies and collected editions were coming to the retailers all jacked up because they didn't, they weren't like Diamond. They didn't really have any experience. I forgot about that, but there were major delays in all facets because those books were coming so damaged.
Yeah.
And that didn't help. Plus the fact that books were delayed anyway, getting published because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So so the customer service thing really helped set you apart. I also like when I get a package from OPB, there's a letter explaining to the postmaster, hey, these books really can be sent media mail, and you quote like the exact part of the postal code that they qualify under.
Yeah, because when we first started, we would get like maybe 1 or 2 packages sent back a week because it didn't qualify as media mail. So as soon as we started sending that in, it's actually somebody on eBay who did that, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, that's a really a good thing to have because I remember when I back in 2016 when I shipped like 22 boxes from my sister's place in Oregon when I was back when books were really out of print. I took them all to the post office and at once, and the postmaster immediately zipped 2 of them open just to make sure that it was really media mail and not a bunch of candy that I was sending to somebody. And so they do rip it open. They will open them up and check them. But then you're right. It depends on. Sometimes it depends on what post office you take it to that they will understand what media mail is and isn't.
Yeah. I have postal masters actually send letters back. This does not qualify, even though I send them the slip and everything. Like, guess I gotta send it again.
Dang, you have postmaster beef.
Yeah. Yeah. It states that always starts with an A, Arkansas or something. I don't even know.
MD's here from India. It's 4:45 a.m. in India, and I've been dying for a live stream for a week.
Wow.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you are here with us, MD. Maul, are you all based in Grand Prairie? I noticed seeing the address because I get my shipment sent to my home in Fort Worth and had no idea you were so close. Love your company.
We're actually based in Arlington. So not too far from Grand Prairie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rodimus, we all know OPB is awesome and top-notch shipping. Oh, and here's True Graphic. Oh, did you see? It actually says OPB Jabroni on it.
I like how you have to pull it up each time.
I know. It's way down.
It's such a deep V-neck, bro.
It really is. I could broadcast like this.
Honestly, I don't hate that.
We'll send some new shirts.
Yeah, the logo is like at your stomach instead of at your chest.
Can we send Mitch a turtleneck? Because I feel like I don't want to see him in any more V-necks.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, Mitch and his V-necks. Mitch has too much power to get his V-necks. What's that?
It's because he sold us so much Usagi for us.
Well, Wild Hair, it's all about them bookmarks. Yeah, we get a lot of bookmarks. 00711's here.
Sometimes
David
if you're special, you get a Green Lantern
MVP.
ring.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, and here's deep voice Chris Balga. JP and David are the goats. Chris, our buddy. Another question to JP. Why don't the OPB social links go to JP when Facebook anymore? That's a deep cut that I don't.
When I first started, the links went to my actual personal Facebook page and not the Organic Price Books Facebook.
Oh,
so that was pretty funny.
I bet that wasn't fun, man. It's like all hours of the night. Why isn't my book shipped?
Oh, okay. Fred says, "Hey guys, you're my go-to destination when I can't find an out-of-print book. When I can't find an out-of-print book in Canada, thanks for the excellent shipping quality."
Nice.
Shout out to OPB for recover. Oh, that's right. You guys recovered from a disastrous flood. That was this year, right?
Yeah, like
right after Christmas. Right after Christmas. Like literally, we walked in right the week after Christmas. Oh, what a great gift!
What percentage of your inventory do you think was damaged? 10%? 50%?
I would say maybe 25. 1/4.
That's a lot.
1/4.
And that was that week that King and Black came out, and like
Venomnibus. We had 2 pallets at the dock right underneath the sprinkler that broke. So the entire 2 pallets got moldy. And we had the Fantagraphic Love and Rockets box set underneath there too.
Ooh. That is rough.
I just had the craziest experience of my life. So we just got an Instacart order from Costco, and the person at the door said, "I watch his YouTube channel." Like, I've never had a fan before.
Whoa.
He was like, "Oh my god, please tell him." Like, my wife was just texting me. She was like, "Please tell him I'm a huge fan. I love his videos." So
she was talking about me, right?
On me who? I'm just kidding. No.
It's cool to have a fan say that.
I know. I finally have a fan. Ew, but now he knows where I live. I feel like I gotta lock my book doors.
This is fair. Another question for JP. With prices for shipping going up, that's true. Has that impacted the big business negatively?
It has. We may raise the price by $1, so we'll see. Because we got new shipping material, so that negates the shipping price going up. So we'll just see how that affects the margins going forward. I'll take a look at the data for the next 2 months and see how it goes.
Question for David. What is a whatnot? Miss those shows. I'm not familiar. I don't ever go on Whatnot. So you guys have a presence on Whatnot, I'm assuming.
They're so fun. His Whatnot shows are such a blast.
Yeah, we basically sell all the damaged stuff that we haven't returned.
Like moldy Fantagraphics books from December.
We did do some moldy ones, and we even disclaimer, hey, these are moldy, or we took off the parts that were wet, so they might still have, how when books get wet, they have that wrinkly, wavy pattern. They're you're buying at your own discretion, and people still bought it. It's crazy.
I know, right? I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but I should have one this actually at the end of this month, like a Halloween one. So
either on the 28th or the 29th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bunk acting like he doesn't know what Whatnot is, but he used to be all in on the Whatnots. Like, he'd come in and snipe something for $1.
Who is Bunk?
Bunk was a hunter.
Yeah, he would snipe everything. He even bought a whole damaged set of, I think, Swamp Thing or something. I was like, yeah, I'll just put it back together. No big deal.
Nice. Okay, now he's trolling us. Why are V-neck OPB shirts the best shirts? They are not. We want crew neck ones. See, if they were crew neck, then you could see my logo. Vietnamese food is amazing in Arlington, Texas. Okay.
There's a big Asian community over here in Arlington. They have a big giant shopping center that they actually named Asian Times Square. It's actually
it's funny. It's funny because I don't even go there. I go to Carrollton.
Let's see. I am not. Don't spread that around. Okay. You saw my lap. That's it. Here's Cycle yelling at us about the books that he's bought and no one's ever heard of except him.
That
50 watts books, Toy Box Coffin, Partners and Son, Domino books, and multiple big What are you even talking about, Cycle? Those really comics?
I never even heard of that. And I sell books.
Paul McCartney concert tonight. Nice.
Very nice.
Very cool.
Love that Love and Rockets box set. I have 2 of them.
Well, dang. Okay, big fan. You should buy 2 of everything from us.
It is real. It is real, right? Or did you make that up?
No,
he's a comedian.
She texted me because she was like, give him a massive tip. He knows you. He's a fan of you. And I was like, oh, okay, I will. She was really excited.
Yeah, instead of $1, it'd be $2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you tip in the clock?
No, I tipped 20% on Instacart, so that was $22.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh, he said,
Uh,
of course, I'm a big fan of y'all. It was super neat to do an order for you guys. Just show how small of a world it really is.
Wow.
It's real, I
pretty
promise.
Okay, I believe you. I used to be their UPS service guy. I've been trying to keep their prices down. That's cool.
Yeah, then he ditched us. I don't know
He
what
ditched
else to
you?
say. He was like,
Nice.
"Oh, I don't want to work at UPS service anymore. I want to go somewhere else."
The strangely named Ryan Bragg, because I have a nephew named Ryan Bragg. OPB is the best. Thanks to them, I have some great books like X-23. That is a good book. Phoenix Volume 2 and the Batman Adventures Omni. Nice.
Very nice.
Bunk trying to pretend he's never heard of Whatnot. Speaking of Halloween, what are y'all going to be? In bed. I'm going to be in bed.
I have an Eeyore onesie.
Very nice.
Do you-
JP, you want to do? We should do a couples costume set, like something with two guys. We could probably pull up like the.
Can you be each other? Can you be JP for Halloween and he can be Bat Daddy David?
That would be hilarious.
I'm like, "What's up, guys? My name's Dave." Sorry, shaking my butt on the camera.
I want to see JP's version of a David booty dance now.
Yes, there you go, JP. The people asked for it, bro.
Okay, nobody
no.
even knows what this is. Jake is pulling a Hashan Minaj.
Is that another indie book that he's going to say exists for a really long time and I never believe him?
Yeah, right. Okay, here's a real question. From Natural Bridge, do you guys have a large staff at this point, or are you still able to manage with just a few people?
We actually had a large staff at one point, but now everything's this year. All e-commerce is slowing down in general, so we have to downsize a little bit. But they're still there. We have good relationships and stuff like that. But right now we're downsizing due to just everything just slowing down in general. I think it's the inflation, the economic impact of what's going on.
Yeah, collected editions have gotten more expensive. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I have to show this because it says I'm the king of comics. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Okay.
What would that make me? The jester?
Yes. The unfunny jester.
Unfunny?
Yeah, you're the one in Game of Thrones that the king would cut the tongue out of.
Dang.
What that tongue do?
All right, legit question this time. What were the releases that surprised you most? First, with how much more popular than you expected it to be, and then with how much more of a flop it was. Okay, that's a good question there, Bunkle.
It's funny because I would say Venomnibus, right? So it was very popular when it first came out. So we stocked up on quite a bit. Then after the first 2 weeks, it just died. It just completely died. Venomnibus by Donny Cates. That was a big one. Everybody was like going crazy for it. So I was like, all right, we'll stock up on an extra 100, see how it goes. And then we're still holding on to the extra 100 that we bought last year.
Wow. What did you underestimate? And there was great demand for.
Underestimate, I would say Spider-Man books. It's funny because people don't pre-order the Spider-Man books a lot, but when they come out, it's like it just sells out like right away. Like the Ultimate Spider-Man 1 and Ultimate Spider-Man 2 that's coming out.
I would say remember that Spider-Gwen cover that it had 3 covers and they had one that like immediately.
Oh yeah,
everybody was looking for it.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think I have that one right here.
Yeah, because we what's it called? We gauge how much we order with how much people pre-order.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yes,
that's
Spider-Man. Yeah,
it's funny because I still have a single floppy for that one too.
Of the original, single issue, yeah. But I was like, why is this Spider-Gwen going out so quick? Like, even JP was like, oh, it's not that big of a book. Just kind of do a first look video. I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, they were gone real quick.
I feel like the animated one went really fast also. Batman the Animated Series. Like, I was so happy that book got returned to me, the one that I lost. That one went fast.
Batman
the other
Adventures?
2 covers for Spider-Man were
Adventures.
cool, but this one's super cool.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't have the best part, but
I don't even know what cover I have.
Yeah.
It's funny. Everyone has these books, but they don't even open it.
That's how I keep track of what I haven't read.
I got this one.
Yeah, you have the
Yeah.
one. So of course, most of my I always catch grief because most of my books are in plastic still.
Stacks of shame.
Yeah, and I have an actual folder on my laptop of my stacks of shame. I need to put that on my Instagram.
I had a question. So, did you guys always have a YouTube channel tied to your company, or how did that evolve and grow?
I had a YouTube channel that was more for motivation, business, and stuff like that, but then I changed it over to this one. But I am still going to start a side channel teaching about e-commerce, what I learned, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
dude,
and I think
Shopify's
that's
a lot to learn.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the biggest points that sets us apart from like other companies, and the fact that we just like even JP was like, you know what, we're gonna start doing. First it was reviews. He wanted us to do reviews, and then we started doing like the first look, and then like we both talked about it. And it's like we get all these books first, obviously, so why not just show people what it has, what it's coming, like what it looks like, so they can make a choice. And I know a lot of people said that, especially with like the Batman animated one. They were like, oh, this is, after seeing the video, they were like, oh, this is why I bought it, because you guys showed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we cornered that aspect of, they might have had social media, but actual videos of what you're getting is something that the other companies aren't doing.
Can we highlight that most recent chat?
What?
Orange the tie-in on the Instacart. That's funny. Hello.
It's a real story.
No, he just sent his wife to make a fake account to say that. But
yes, of course, my wife is she's gonna choose Greedo, her favorite Star Wars character.
Greedo.
But I always thought it was funny. It was a little bit rough making YouTube videos, and then at the beginning, the people were like, "Man, you guys don't even read these books." I'm like, "Bro, we get like 100. I mean, like 10 a week. What do you want me to do? Just sit there and read all day?" I got other things I need to do. I know. So now we do first look, and then we send out books to our creators like you, Mitch, everybody else to do the reviews for us. So it's a win-win situation.
Speaking of which, how do I get my name on the About Us community section on Organic Price Books?
Yeah,
there's non-jabronis up there.
Ahead of me on top.
Yeah, you got your favorite golden child, Mitch, up at the very top. Then you got him, and then at the bottom of the page, there's not me.
You didn't ask.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
I didn't know it was a thing until you pointed it out to me today.
Yeah, see, I don't even know the thing sometimes too.
Put me one level above Jess, just because that would drive him crazy.
Hey, it just depends on how much affiliates you do.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, Psycho, you're not supposed to speculate on collected editions. That's not the way to do it.
It's still, all of them are still in print, dude. That's funny.
Yeah. AS. Hey guys, OPB is the best, fellow Texans.
Nice.
Hey, what's up?
Yeehaw!
Can each of you name your favorite DC Omni? JP isn't allowed to say Injustice.
If it's not Injustice, I'll say Why the Last Man was really good for me.
God, I gotta get that book. I've never read it.
Oh, it's good. I love that book. But I don't have it in omnibus form. Wait, did he say Omni? Okay, Omni.
I really like Infinite Crisis because I think that's one of the most pivotal event omnis. And for like kind of a standalone story, I really like Grant Morrison's Animal Man.
Very nice. Blackest Night to me is my favorite, just because that's the actual, I think the first big event from DC that I actually collected like every single issue of, like the single issues. So to see it like in an omni, I'm just like nostalgic about it.
And he gave it to me as a wedding gift.
Oh, well, not mine, but yeah, I sent it to you. Yes.
Yeah. He just took it from my inventory without even saying anything and just gave it to you. I'm just gonna make executive decisions here.
Promote him.
I said wedding gift, and I'm like, oh, this he's gonna love this.
I was shocked. He sent me. Yeah, he said, yeah.
Batwoman.
I bet that art is amazing.
Yeah, I love Batwoman. It's a great story and a great bunch of art. That's so funny. So yeah, I have a wedding anniversary coming up. Do you want to just grab some inventory from JP. Oh wait, JP, can you mute this channel for a sec so I can arrange for some gifts?
To be fair, he said, "Are damaged books okay?" And I said, "I don't even read them anyways. They're just for the shelf."
That's true.
Yeah, usually anything damaged, I'll just put it up on the shelf behind me.
Next to Maginaut here. Good to see you. He has a big question for you. JP and David, a very specific question. Do you have any idea when in November the Spidey 2099 Omni is supposed to restock, or will that be made known at a later date?
Usually we don't know a specific date. We just know the month, and sometimes it's pushed back. Just depends on when Penguin Random House wants to restock it. And I only know this stuff whenever Omar lets me know. He knows all the restock stuff. So if you want to know more specifically, you can ask him. But don't say I sent you.
Yeah, don't even let him know it came from this channel. I don't understand this question, so I'm going to let you guys handle it. What's the split between pre-orders and other purchases? Oh, you mean pre-orders? Okay, pre-orders and regular purchases?
So assuming we ship whatever's in stock, and then when your pre-orders are coming in, we'll ship those. Unless you have a ship it together code, then we'll ship 3 at a time. But
ship it together.
I'm assuming that's what you mean, like how we ship it and stuff like that. We don't hold on to all your books until it's ready to ship, unless you're international or you're Irma or Luke Burrows or I can't remember the other names. we have quite a few that would order like 45 books in one order, and they're like, yeah, just ship it whenever. I'm like, okay, cool.
It's just for him saying, "Prove it." This is them at my door. Boom. He's wearing a t-shirt. That's clearly one of our fans, right? That's like a Venom t-shirt. That's it. I'm done proving myself to Cycle Cleveland. It happened.
We believe you, dude. Liar.
That's fine. I don't believe him.
I don't either. Let's see. Rodimus says, did Immortal Hulk have a lot of pre-orders as it sold out extremely fast, as well as Spidey 2099?
Oh, that's funny because Immortal Hulk did not have a lot of pre-orders, but then people started buying it 1 month before it released because Omar made an announcement that it's already out of stock at distribution. So if you guys really want stuff to be in stock, just pre-order. That way I know. Or add it to the wish list. That way, because let's say you pre-order there's 20 pre-order, we'll just get 50, honestly. But if we'll order that much. But if you order 100, then we'll do 300 because that's a pretty good bet. But so that's basically, I just base it off how much people pre-order.
There's another benefit to pre-ordering. Because what I do is if I pre-order the book far enough in advance, by the time the book comes out, it's free because I already spent the money.
Yeah, it works like that. Yeah, good logic. Follow everything he does.
Yeah. That's guy math.
That's collector math. If the book,
collector math, yeah. Well, when he says that it's, I think people are afraid now that when it's out of stock, that means it's out of print. Mm-hmm. When we're seeing that it's different kind of now that they're we've already didn't Batman Adventures, doesn't that need a restock too?
No, actually it was just Lunar that ran out, but Penguin Random House still had more.
Oh, okay.
They had over 2,000 copies, so they probably got some from Penguin. I'm not sure how that works. Okay. But they were only out of stock for maybe a week or two, and then they got it back.
And so I think people panicked with Hulk then.
Yeah, people did panic with Hulk. But most of the time when stuff goes out of stock now, it'll get restocked within maybe 6 months or more. But, that's a long time to wait.
Didn't you tell us about Hulk? You were like, oh, it's out. It's it's coming back in a couple months from now already. So that kind of took some of the pressure off, for me.
Yeah, it did because Omar definitely was like, they're gonna reprint this one or restock this one real quick because how fast it went. So it just depends on how fast stuff goes is when it'll get restocked again.
Can I? So I have a question. I want to ask. Can you tell us about one of the most rewarding moments, whether it was in your channel or your business or anything? What was a moment that was just very rewarding to you?
It's funny. I think the most rewarding thing for me is always seeing a person or character develop. So David would always frustrate me so much, like all the time, because he would never show up on time. Never show up on time.
Ow,
And
ow.
and I need
at the company or the gym.
At both. It's the funny the gym at the gym he'll be like, oh, I can't go, I have to stay late or whatever. So it's funny, but yeah, he wouldn't show up on time, and David knows this. I take track. It was like maybe 5 days out of the whole entire year he wouldn't show up on time, right? As a packer. So then when I transitioned to the role of making YouTube videos and stuff like that, where you don't really need to be on time as long as you make the videos. And it was funny. In his first video, he was so quiet and shy. I was like, "Hey guys, meet David." But now he's like everybody's favorite YouTube sensation star or whatever. So it's just like it's great seeing.
Besides
people
Omnidog.
Thank
you.
Besides that, but it's always great seeing where you can take a person and seeing how much you can improve them, and how much they improve themselves, and how much confident they are in their abilities and whatever they learn when you taught them.
JP told me that story before, and he ended it with, "Now he'd strip for me if I asked him to." And I'm like, I don't think you're allowed to ask your employee to do that, but that's dedication.
That sounds like your motivational background. Not the stripping part, the growth in David. Growth in David showing up, that was the rewarding thing to you. That sounds like your motivational e-commerce background.
Yeah, that's why I always like to did personal training, because it was a nice reward to see people with their transformations and stuff like that, saying not knowing what to do, and then finally figuring out how to do it themselves and do it on their own and make good results. But now David's everybody's freaking YouTube star. They can't watch YouTube without David.
This guy. I actually do give credit to JP, because he even was like, don't think too much about the video, just like enjoy yourself kind of. And so that's kind of where I just was like, I don't. So if you like the earlier ones a lot, I was definitely more I would say I took off my shirt in one of the Hulk ones, and I had JP punch me so he could my glasses would fly out, and I so it was definitely a lot of fun, just kind of like seeing or finding a stable not character, but like a personality that I wanted to have on videos, and like I found doing them are a lot of fun, and then like before it was kind of like not too much pressure, but JP was like, you need to do this, and it would be like, oh, I have to research everything, and he's like, no man, don't worry about that, just give your first impressions about it, just like your honest opinions as somebody who's just like hasn't seen it. So I think just kind of enjoying that and not having too much pressure of like you need to know like when this character was created and how he died and all this stuff. Like no, just kind of go with the flow of like you're just showing people the book, what it looks like, basically, like just showing them the inside. You don't have to give them a History Channel experience. You just have to, this is what you're gonna get, like sort of thing. So I think that that shift in focus to what I needed to show was a welcome change for myself.
Yeah, that was a key misunderstanding between me and JP when he wanted me just to overview Thor Volume 4. I thought he wanted me to review it. I said, don't send me Thor Volume 4. I don't want to read it. He said, no, it's just an overview, but it was too late. He assigned it to Mitch or somebody.
Oh. Speaking of which, Mitch is in the chat right now.
Oh, he is? Okay, wait a sec. Orange the Titan. Wait, where is this? Oh, I'm so far behind. Wait, what's Mitch call himself again?
Omni Buddy, I think is his channel name.
No, I don't see it.
The Usagi Lover.
It's 4:46 p.m. He just said yo, so I feel like it's not.
Oh, there is Omni Buddy.
He didn't send it to me. He's saying he didn't get Thor.
Oh, he didn't send it to me. William showing love for Mitch. There you go, Mitch.
Should I boot him from the chat? I'm just
kidding. Get rid of him now. Here's natural bridge of the question. Now, you guys typically sell all of the Marvel DC, all the big Marvel DC Omnis But when it comes to indie/alt comics, how do you guys decide what books you plan to have in stock? That's a good question.
Honestly, it's just whatever. I feel like it's whatever at the $30 range and higher is what we'll have in stock now. Anything underneath is not really worth the margin, especially with how much shipping costs nowadays. I think it went up quite a bit. But honestly, what we keep in stock is just what people pre-order and what writers I like. If it's Rick Remender, I'm always going to keep him in stock, you know? Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, Mitch may have not gotten Thor 4, but he did get the real prize of the V-neck.
Comic book reports here. What up? What up, dude? Got some out of print books from David's Whatnot, and it's not X-Men Volume 2. Is that out of print?
Everything's always out of print at one point.
At one point,
I think it is, or I think it was on like for a while. It was on like the Nick and Dent, where it's like $120 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried to get permission to get his out of print Usagi books, and my wife vetoed it. But she let me buy all the paperbacks. So
nice.
I guess that's compromise.
That's a compromise. Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite Image Skybound title JP isn't allowed to say Invincible. These
Lazarus.
JP.
I would say Lazarus and Last Man.
Lazarus.
Is Lazarus
easily.
good?
I enjoy it. Dude, that's not even a question.
Lazarus is one of my top 5 books of all time, and I'm not exaggerating.
Is water wet?
Don't waste your time with Usagi. Get Lazarus, man.
No, it actually is. I hadn't read it, and when we got, you know how it came back like recently, yeah, like the 3 of them.
There's just 3 of them, right?
Yeah. I started just thumbing through it to do for the review, just to see what picture I wanted to show off, and I just sat there for a good 20 minutes, and I started reading the story because it was like it catches you from the beginning. I was like, oh, this is really cool. So yeah, it's really good. My Image
world
one though,
building is amazing in it.
Yeah, my Image one though is Walking Dead. Walking Dead has a special place in my heart because it's the first.
That's better than the show.
Yeah, and it's the first comic book. My wife was actually like, "Hey, can we buy more of these? Because these are really good." I'm like, "Yes, I got her."
I don't know if everybody's a fan of Doctor Who here, MD. I've only seen 1 episode, and it's Blink, and I need to see it again. Are you guys Doctor Who fans? Anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know what episode you're talking about with Blink, with the Weeping Angels, right?
Yeah. That's the only one I've seen. Freddie Alonso is trying to help me learn. I'm trying not to get into this black hole of Doctor Who. So I'm just saying, just pick a few episodes that I can understand and Blink. I need to see it again because I watched it in my Discord and I need to see it on my own television. But yeah, Blink was awesome. I can see why people if that's the level of cool story, then I can see why people like Doctor Who, because that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm a sci-fi nerd show-wise, so I've been watching it since like they rebooted it back like maybe 10 years ago. So I've been following that. But
do you read
comic book wise? No, I haven't read any of the comic books or stuff like that.
Okay,
just watch it.
Let's see.
Was there anything interesting that you learned about like the either like entrepreneurship or the comic book retail space that you didn't know beforehand, like a lesson that you learned along your journey?
I would say leadership was always a good one. I think for me, leadership was always like one of the easiest things for me to do because I was always leading raids and games and stuff like that, you know? So it was easy to get people together. But teaching other people leadership was a little bit of a struggle. Like, you know, because Jessica, who is David's sister, is my manager for OPB. So she manages people. But in the beginning, she would always feel bad to tell people what to do. She would feel bossy and stuff like that. I was like, no, it's not bossy. It's like most people, when they're working, they just need a sense of direction. And as a leader, you need to tell them what to do. That way they know what to expect. like what you expect and what they expect to do out of that relationship. Because she was like, no, I feel so bad for telling them what to do. I was like, that's what they're here for. They get paid to do this, so it's fine.
And this is David's sister?
Yeah, this is David's sister.
Is your sister married?
She is not.
Okay. She needs to get married and she will learn to be bossy.
That is a lesson you learn that quickly.
I knew as soon as you said that she was single and she needs to get married. That's where her bossiness will come from. This is a good question from Smotlog. I personally don't know anything about this book, but I've seen a lot of people ask where the heck is this book, and that's the Faust Omnibus. Do you know anything about it?
I believe I will get to know on Friday. But basically, we got a notice from Lunar saying that Faust, there was a printing problem and they were only able to fulfill, I think, 92% of people's orders and stuff like that were placed before FOC. So a lot of people who ordered it after, a lot of retailers who ordered it after are going to get their stuff canceled. And I feel like there's going to be some allocations like how it was back then. So I won't know until 1 week before the release date, which will be something around this Friday is when I will know how much I will get for sure. But it's not canceled. It's just they had problems making the book.
Okay, good question, Smalla, because I know that people have been asking about it a lot. Matt, welcome to the show. What is everyone's future announced omnibus coming in the future that y'all are most excited for in the future? What future Omni are you guys most excited about?
Like one that's been announced, but it hasn't come out yet, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now I got to pull it up.
Yeah, I got to go to comic releases.
I think I'm looking forward to Ultimate Spider-Man 3. I've been a really big fan of Ultimate Spider-Man 1 and 2. I'm newer to Marvel. And if I were to say for DC, even though I already own I already own it in singles and in other formats, I'm excited for the Death Metal Omnibus. That's just a story that was like my last time reading single issues at DC. That was kind of my swan song of, single issues. So it'll be nice to have that. It'd be cathartic to have that in a collected edition next to the Metal Omnibus.
Nice.
And what about you guys?
I'll let you guys go first. I still gotta look.
Fat Daddy, what are you thinking? Are you're
gonna hear JP pull up Omar's videos?
He really, I think, to me, the Ultimate Universe has always been very, very interesting. Before he got obviously destroyed with the Secret War, but Ultimate, like you said, Ultimate Spider-Man. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I haven't started the Hickman universe yet. So
wow.
Listen, I just finished.
I'm just kidding. I know about it, man. I know about it. Okay. I'm just being funny.
I just finished Secret War today, and I really enjoyed. Like, if you read everything, like all of Hickman's from the Avengers to Secret War, he ties it so well, and I was thoroughly impressed with how much callback he has from even at the very end, like the last issue of Secret War, he still calls back the beginning I guess relationships that some of the characters have from his Avengers comic, and I was like, wow, he has to have some sort of giant chart that has like everybody, all their connections
with the strings on it and everything like that. Like
exactly.
The conspiracy board where we're like, it makes sense, I promise.
Yeah, and I was thoroughly impressed with it. So like now I'm like what do I need to read now? It feels weird after finishing like that event, because it kind of was like a reset in a sense for Marvel with some of their characters, and like for example Miles Morales, like now he's in the main universe, so you have to read from that point forward if you're trying to catch up with all of Miles Morales. But like that Ultimate Universe, I think was to me one of my favorite parts of modern Marvel, just because it introduced so many characters that are still in play right now.
I'm looking this up too.
I think for me it was just gonna be Thor. I don't read as much. Well, I don't read as much. Yeah, Thor by Jason Aaron, Volume 2. Yeah,
I forgot all about that one.
which basically we get it tomorrow, so that'd be cool to take a look at.
Nice.
Wait, what? Oh, I gotta place an order right now. Wait, I'll wait till I get my. Yeah.
Let's see. What am I looking forward to? Just in the next. What's Riddler Year One? Who's that by?
Oh, that isn't that the whatchamacallit?
Oh, Paul
the guy who played
Dano.
the guy who played the Riddler.
The guy who played
was-
the Riddler.
Yeah, it's supposed to be amazing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's supposed to be super good.
Well, okay. I'll make that a consideration. Let me keep going. Hellboy in Love. What the heck? Thunderbolts. Yeah. Wonder Woman Golden Age. No. Oh, wait. What's this one? Is this the Jeff Parker Thunderbolts? Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm looking forward to. The Jeff Parker Thunderbolts that's coming out in December, I think. Let's see.
Is that like Thunderbolts 4 or 5, or is that more down the road?
It's 4-ish, but they're calling it Uncaged. This is the run that Riley has always raved about, and I love Jeff Parker. And Riley's always raved about this Thunderbolts run. So I think, it's coming out December 5th-ish, unless it gets pushed back.
If I have
Dark Knights of Steel Volume 2, I really want that too. I'll stay with Thunderbolts Volume.
I have one more. I'm really excited for Batman Eternal not because it's even that good. I've read it before. It's okay. But that was a whale I was patient on. So if I can, for me, it's cathartic that I learned to be patient and not buy out of print books because they eventually come back. And as you know, I bought plenty of out of print books. So it's like I'm learning. It shows character growth.
Character growth.
I remember when we had like unboxings of out of print books. Like we would get like 100 a month or something like that. Those were fun.
Yeah.
Smotlock got his copy of Usagi box set from OVB.
Hey.
No one else had it at the time.
Plus, why would you buy it from anywhere else? They're the best.
David is lying. His favorite Image title is Unnatural.
That's right. I still catch him reading it every once in a while in the office.
You don't listen, trust me, we don't have an open one. If not, I would have read it. They're all sealed.
Yeah. I
Do you
told
guys wanna-
JP I told JP that I didn't really think I should do an overview of Faithless. And he said, "Did David send that to you?" And I said, "No, I got it on my own." He said, "You dirty dog, you."
You want to see something that he got me? So he said on our note, like for most of these books are for Jake.
Funny.
And then he said, he's like, "But don't worry, I threw in a couple books for your honeymoon." And they are the most raunchy books I've ever seen in my life.
I
What
saw
were
it
they?
too.
So he said, "Don't worry." He said, "Don't worry, Jess. I threw in I threw in some books for the honeymoon for you too."
Yeah.
So he gave us. And I always look like a creep because she's like, "Did you order these? Did you spend money on these?" I'm like, "No, I'm not buying these." Because JP threw in Bomb Queen or whatever deluxes time in that video where I open up So he gave me this one called Karma, and it is just art. The art is good.
Yeah.
And then he gave me this one called Swing.
Yes.
Which is also very romantic, and now I want to find out how to buy a swing.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Oh, thank you, James. There's my Discord. Here's Hondo from the Bay Area. What up, dude? I'm catching up. I'm a Whovian. Have been watching since the original seasons on BritBox. Okay, I already answered that. For Smotlock, are the manga, David should pronounce it, sales higher or comparable for OPB? How do you pronounce manga, David? Manga. Yeah.
When there's more deluxe edition and box sets, the sales are pretty good, but they just don't make as much manga. Deluxe edition at least. They make the little small tankobons and stuff like that, but they don't make like the deluxe edition box sets. But when they do, people buy them. It does it really well, especially like Berserk, Blade of Tomorrow, and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the paperbacks, you don't have enough margin there.
Yeah, because it's like what, $10, and it already costs like freaking $5-6 to ship a 1 pound book.
Okay, got it. And here's a question from Death Rattle. Can JP explain the differences in discounts between publishers?
So it depends on who the publisher are using as distribution. So like with Marvel, they use Penguin Random House. So Penguin Random House will only give you a flat 50% discount, no matter how much volume you do. Your discount's only going to be 50%. Same thing with Diamond now, because they don't have too many publishers in their umbrella anymore. So anybody that does business with Penguin Random House and Diamond, you're only going to get 50%. If they're with Lunar, like DC and Image, your discount is going to be higher depending on how much volume you sell. But with Image, people won't have that volume discount until next year.
Okay. Here's an important question because I didn't know you were an owner of one. JP, how's that fat corgi of yours doing? I love corgis, and so does my daughter.
Wait, I thought that was just his nick. That's Bunk's nickname for his butt. So I don't think he actually has a dog. Don't get him excited.
Alfie's he lost weight.
Wait, were you his trainer at the gym? Did you train his corgi at the gym? And unlike David, the corgi showed up on time.
Yeah, the corgi always shows up on time. He's ready.
Listen, that dog has lost weight. It's crazy. So when I met JP and like I went over to his house, I swear that dog could barely waddle like to the door. Like it was. So he had a 2-story house, and the dog could not climb the stairs to go up. So he would just stay at the bottom. Mm-hmm. But now he's like,
legs are only like that big.
Yeah.
You didn't get him one of those chairs that would lift him up the stairs?
No, he needed to get his hops in. I had to get a 1-story house just for that dog.
Yeah, now his belly doesn't drag on the floor. So listen, that's weight lost progress right there.
Marcel has a good recommendation to read Ultimates by Al Ewing. That is good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not an omnibus though.
No, I think it's we have it as a hard like a trade paperback. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I don't know if you've read it yet, but for that Ultimate Hickman run is the Ultimates Thor. Excuse me. It's the Ultimates separate book by Hickman. It was like Thor, Hawkeye. And then there was the 12-issue Ultimates run by Hickman, and those are all coming out in an omnibus. You'll definitely want to read those too.
Nice.
Those are great.
Secret Warriors is also, I mean, at least according to you, was important. That's why I started with that, and then I never got around to the ones after it. But it's daunting to be like, read these 7 Omnis in a row, you know?
Yeah.
To see the whole picture of it, yeah.
William Lee's excited for the Fear Agent reprints. Those are great.
Yeah, the new covers actually look really good too.
That Thunderbolts run is so good. Love the Kev Walker art too. Oh, good, Smotlock. Thanks.
I have a question. Do I need to get Thunderbolts Volume 1? I have 2 and 3, but I don't have Volume 1.
That's by Kurt Busiek, and I would say it's the best of the first 3. Yeah,
it's been out of print for a while, and
you can have mine for 150, 200. I'm not a
Can I use code Omnidog to save $2 off?
Yeah, I'll sell it to you for 148. Yeah.
Or I'll trade you Swing.
Make sure those pages aren't sticky, please.
Yeah, they barely survived.
Omnibuddy with some advice for us: never buy out of print unless it's Dark Horse.
But if I don't buy the out of print books, they won't come back into print. I'm choosing to sacrifice for the greater community.
James wants to know if you're going to go public and join the New York Stock Exchange.
I don't think so. If we ever did, it will be like a couple decades from now.
I'd buy a stock in OPB, like they do like ceremonial stocks. I'd buy one ceremonial stock.
We all own a part of it.
Tio Julio en la casa. Jesse, say what? You know exactly what channel this is, buddy. People are only reading Karma from the art. Yeah, I read Karma, and it does have good art. Dave seems like a great guy.
Great, thanks.
OPB are great. Oh, this is from Reap from Australia. I've asked them questions multiple times about FOCs, and they always respond with no push for me to buy from them. I would if I was in the USA.
Time to move to USA.
There you go.
No, I think you're at a good spot right now. Stay over there.
Yeah. Hondo had an unexpected day of work and just left Legion of Honor Museum, now getting steps in, listening to all this cool content.
I had a question. Do you guys have a favorite Absolute Edition? Because I know JP had a good collection of Absolutes, but I know he's dwindled it down a little bit. But JP had at one point had an amazing Absolute collection.
And then they got wet.
Yeah.
When I know there was a flood.
Got the new shelves, when we got the new shelves, we were like, "Oh, the Absolutes are heavy. Don't put them at the top. Let's put them at the bottom, so they're heavier and they'll hold the shelves better." And then, of course, when the flood came, all of the Absolutes got ruined. Man,
so painful.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know. Jess dealt with some flooding once too, and like it's not fun.
I lost a ton of stuff in 2017.
Oof.
I would say JLA versus Avengers is always a fun one to have.
According to that one YouTube comment on my video, let's get it straight. That's not an absolute.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I'm always gonna call it absolute. So
it's on my absolute shelf. It's the same dimensions. It's a suitcase. I don't know what else to call it.
I told you, Jake. That's just one dope. Don't worry about it.
Omnidog has spoken. It's an absolute.
It is an absolute. You're the influencer. He's just a viewer.
Yeah.
The 00711 absolutes are on the top shelf.
Thunderbolts Volume 1 is the best one. Thunderbolts Volume 1 is the best of them all, current and future.
Dang.
Are they going to get me to start panic buying Thunderbolts Volume 1 on eBay right now?
Dark Horse has really been pumping out the creepy and eerie soft covers. I miss the hard covers, so I'm glad to get these.
It's funny. I think we even do have a Thunderbolts Volume 1 on our shelf.
Wait. Let's make a deal. Hook
147.
No, but
cheaper than I offered.
I can use code Omnidog to save $2, right? And if I get what if I get 2 other books on top of it? I can use the world's longest code Omnidog, ship it together to save.
Yeah, you can buy 2 more out of prints.
There you go.
Yeah, like two Usagi books. There you go.
Yeah, man. Let's see. How do you guys project how much to buy?
It just depends on how much people pre-order. Honestly, that's it.
Do you use software for it? Because like at our e-commerce business, like we have some software that helps us like figure out like JIT inventory and stuff like that. So or is it just like you just do a guess?
Do a guess, but nowadays with everything staying in stock, I always just order more down the road. Let's say something comes out in July of next year, right? And then people pre-order 20, I'll order 40. And then as soon as those 40 sell, I just buy another 40, before it goes out, because everything stays in print and in stock now. So it's not really a big deal. Unless people
it's like some sort of big event. Yeah, like I know for like when the Ultimate Spider-Man, the first one came out, like we ordered a lot. We still have a lot of those, but people were buying those a lot.
Yeah, because when I first started selling, it's like you had to order like cases and cases and just keep it at your warehouse because everything will go out of stock within the first minute of it releasing, which is crazy.
Oh, back during the pandemic?
Yeah. And when anything came out, you had to order a bunch more and just hold on to it.
Yeah, that was a rough period.
Sadly, Rodimus, I think with the deluxe edition coming out next year, it's going to be some time till Batman Black Mirror gets reprinted. But it's not as out of print as other Batman absolutes.
Let's see, Jake. Were you trying to show art?
I was showing off. So right here, I got this is signed by the artist from Lethal Protector, De La Rosa, and then I have a Hall of Justice, and then that's from Spirited Away.
Very
nice, very cool.
As you guys can tell, I'm a big Spirited Away fan. I got the Radish Spirit tattoo.
Oh,
You guys
wow.
can see it at all.
Very nice.
Let's see. Do you have any business questions you want to ask him, Jake, before I get to viewer questions?
Oh, let's see. So, let me see.
Jake had the real questions, so I was going to throw him
Oh.
let him have the chance to ask the real questions.
That's funny.
See, I asked that one. I asked that one.
How do
I
you
guess
plan
like
on
what's the difference
expanding?
between like how do you like what's the difference in your mind between like how you run a Whatnot live stream and how you do a YouTube video? Like because I feel like you're more energetic on the Whatnot live streams, but I feel like on your YouTube videos you're more of like just a fan. You know what I mean? So like
This
how do
is
you
more
get
of a
into
David question.
Yeah, this is a David question.
So for the Whatnot, for sure, it's just like no silence, because I used to buy Pokemon cards on Whatnot, and like the person would just show like the card, and like he'd have some sort of like music in the background, but it would just be that, and then like somebody
Oh,
would buy it and he
dude,
would just switch out the
that
heart.
world trips me out. I have a coworker that's buying Japanese 151 cards on TikTok so much that he's like a mod on one of the channels, and he'll be like, "I bought 3 boxes last night for 4." It's like, why are you paying for someone else to open your packs? Like, isn't that the fun? Like, it was
Right?
crazy
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. So like it's and most of them are very like monotone, and they're just like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
it's always like 2 people, one person like doing the work and one person just opening the packs. Like, I feel like yours have so much more energy than them.
yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like try to have no silence at all, so I'm always talking. And then I have like some really high energy music. I usually will just ask people, what do you want to listen to? Just let me know and I'll add it to the playlist. And then I'm just I just, like I said, no silence, and then I just want to like push the personality to the max. Like that's why I'm always like just making fun of the book or just doing something. I usually will like shotgun an energy drink right beforehand, so I'm like at maximum energy level.
That was me right now.
Yeah, so yeah, like drink an energy drink. I'll have one in my hand as well, or like just near me, and then just, yeah, like I said, no silence. Anything people comment, I'll just talk about it. What I think about the book, what I think about just random things that come into my mind. So that's
Yeah, and to segue off that, what's the origin of the Booty Man song?
JP, do you remember how that started?
You're like, yo, this is what I like to make love to. Let me show you the song I like to make love to you. And I was like, all right, you should show it to the audience.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was either Bunkmaster B or
I think, yeah, Bunkmaster B was like, hey, you should play this song. You're like, okay, I'll play it.
Yeah,
that was the highlight of my bachelor party. After David gets done telling this crazy long story, Bunkmaster B busting out the entire Booty Man by Tim Booty Wilson song a cappella, so we didn't get demonetized, and you dancing to it was the highlight of my bachelor party stream.
Yeah, so you know what? Credit to Bunkmaster B. I think he did show me that song, and like I loved it because it's so funny. It's just so random. This guy talking about like the things he loves about booty, but it's like he's doing it. So Jake or Jess, whenever you listen to it, he's like at a bar. Look, so he's like talking at a bar. He's like, all right, so I'm gonna play this next song, and like he goes into the song, and at the end, like people are clapping. So it's like a live version of it, but it's just him talking about booties, and it's hilarious. Like seriously,
And it's like every type. It's like hot booty, cold booty, breakfast booty, lunch booty. It's like every kind of booty you can imagine. And then you just get David stripping on an OPP Whatnot stream, and you snagged an out of print book with a slight ding on it for a cheap price, and you're like, you feel rewarded, you feel good, you feel whole.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's
missing
always
out.
it's always like the climax of the Whatnot. It's just.
Why do I want to visit you in Texas and be a guest host on a Whatnot live stream? I feel like we would get into so much shenanigans.
Dude,
can we do that one time? Because me and you
should.
shotgunning energy drinks and just going ham on a Whatnot live stream would be gold.
Bro, that would be great. Like, I've actually wanted to, like, if I were to set it up correctly, like have a camera like high up that would show me what I'm doing while the book is being auctioned off. So like you'll see me like, because I really do just dance to the music.
Because sometimes people have like 16 cameras on their. I feel like they have a bunch of cameras on that stuff.
On Whatnot?
Or like on different like TikToks or Whatnots and things like that. You can get all these camera angles at once.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
me. That's way too much work. Next Imaginaut has a two-parter for you, Jake. I would be shocked if the Thunderbolts Omni Volume 1 doesn't get reprinted by late 2024, early 2025, and it just hasn't been announced yet. The film release will likely get further bumped to also because of the further SAG strike delays, and which will give Marvel ample time to reprint it if it already isn't in the wings for late 2024.
So to make everyone feel calm, I bought a ton of out of print books before I was married. Now I'm married, so I think my days of buying out of print books, like the other day at my reception, my grandpa slipped 250s into my dress shirt pocket, and he goes, 150s for you, 150s for your wife. And I'm like, Grandpa, that means both 50s are for my wife, you know? So I think my days of buying out of print books, I'll wait. I haven't even read a single Thunderbolts book. I don't know if they're good, but I can wait till the reprint's out.
Yeah, one is Busiek, so you know it's going to be good. Astro City Omnibus, yeah, they're having problems putting that book together. They're having production delays. I just read that the Astro City, the whatever they're calling it, the Astro Bus or whatever, they're having production problems. Busiek just said on his
I read that
Twitter
today.
or something.
I also saw that one of the creators involved dropped a picture of what the Superman War World compendium is going to look like. And I'm like, that looks cool, but I wish it wasn't a compendium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those things came out in trades as it was.
Yeah.
Which was an odd choice. Here's a good question for everybody. Best reads recently from all of you.
So I think Jess is going to boot me off the stream, but I fell into a One Piece One Piece black hole after watching the live action on Netflix. So on the flight back from Hawaii, I read the first 100 issues of the manga, which caught me up to where the TV show was. And then since then, I haven't read any comics because I'll get home from work and me and my wife will just watch the anime. And we're like 450 episodes in and barely making a dent in the show. So One Piece 1 through 100, the East Blue Saga, which would be the first box set of books I read and I loved.
I would never kick you off the show for reading manga. I can't read it myself, but I'm glad you like it.
And the other thing was Superman versus Meshi. Now he boots me. I haven't read Superman versus Meshi.
The best thing I read was Swamp Thing Green Hell recently.
Oh, I think that's on my pile.
Was good. That one was really good.
Yeah, I just read this over the weekend and I really dug it. I want to do an overview of it, but I don't. It gets spoiled. I'd be only able to show like the first 20 pages because I wouldn't want anybody that buys it to have it spoiled because there's 2 or 3 really cool appearances in it that I don't want spoiled for people. So I'm gonna. First of all, it was really, the art is gorgeous. Doug Mahnke is at the top of his game in this book. And Jeff Lemire just writes as great as always. I think you do have to have a little bit of New 52 Swamp Thing knowledge to really enjoy it the most, but you could also read it without that knowledge. But there's only so far I can go into it without spoiling
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I can only, because you don't want to know certain things, and that's the fun of the book are the surprise appearances, I think, and what he does with the characters. So I'm wrestling with whether or not to do an overview of it because I just don't know how much I can show without spoiling it, but I want people to buy it.
That makes sense.
I agree with you. If you show the sneak or the guest appearances, it's going to give a lot away to the story. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was surprised too. I'm like, oh wow, that's great. But the art blew me away on that one.
I had forgotten how great of an artist he is.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to pick what my next read is? So I'll do some reading tonight out of these 4 books from my pile.
We're going to wait for JP to tell us his favorite read recently.
Yes.
I would say Righteous Thirst for Vengeance was a really good one that I read recently.
Dang it, JP, you took mine. I was about to say that. I was about to say.
Too bad, sucker. I mean, you can say it too.
Did you guys read it separately or together? I can just imagine you two curling up
I
next to
was in
Booming.
bed. I was in bed sick one day, and he was just reading out loud to me. I'm like, David,
right.
tell me this bedtime story.
Did he do the voices, or did he read it all just as himself, or did he do character voices?
Of course, you had to do character voices.
Yeah, and listen, if you read that book, it's ready to be made into a movie exactly as it is with what's his name? Oh my gosh, Benedict Wong from, of course, Doctor Strange is,
Oh,
is the
yeah.
perfect actor for that. It's almost like his exact copy is that book, and so I saw the book. I'm like, this is perfect for a movie. It's got violence, it's got emotion. It keeps you on the edge of your seat till the end. I thought it was great.
Nice.
Gotta add that to my cart too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely
want
Buy
to
some
read.
OPB books after this.
After this, I'm going to read We Only Find Them When They're Dead by Al Ewing. I want to read that and then do a review of that.
That sounds deep.
That one looks really, really good. I told JP because it's definitely like a sci-fi cosmic story, and that's right up JP's alley. I'm like, dude, you should read this. Like,
Yeah, it looked pretty interesting. I read it 2 days ago, but then I fell asleep.
That's not a good.
so then I had to read it again.
Maybe that means it was comforting.
Yeah. What do you want us to pick for you, buddy?
I just picked 4 random books for my pile, and you guys can tell me what I read next. So I got Usagi Volume 1, which I know comes after the Fantagraphic stuff that I've read, which I got the Fantagraphic stuff from OPB.
Nice.
I have Gotham City Year 1.
Oh,
which I've been really wanting to read. Been waiting to read Second Chances my whole life.
your whole life. Wow. I'm purposely not picking that book then.
And then I had Swamp Thing because Jess has been selling me on it right now.
I'm going to tell you Gotham City Year 1 is one of my books of the year.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing. I read it twice and I could read it a third time. It's incredibly great.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I would suggest.
I'm gonna tell you, Invincible is the best book you should ever read.
I did it, and I did one for your channel, I think. Or
you know what? I would say read Gotham
Swing
Year
one more
1
time?
and then read Green Hell, just because I think you'll like it. You probably read Green Hell in like an hour.
Should I just start reading Green Hell right now while we're doing the interview?
Yeah, go ahead and read it, and I'll talk to these guys.
I tried that once. I did a stream where it was literally just me quietly reading a book, and my cat jumps on the top of my bookshelf and yeets itself off into the corner where they intersect, getting stuck behind the bookshelves. So my relaxing stream turned into chaos.
Are you sure Grandpa didn't slip you those 50s in your pocket for a booty man dance?
There you go, man. I wish they could tip whenever I do the dance. I would love it. I'd probably get, I'd paid for the week right there, right, JP?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Astro City Metro Book 4 comes out soon. Can't wait. Busiek posted on his Facebook. Yeah, those I've been trying to overview them just using my old standard hardcovers that I'm going to keep. So when Metro Book 4 comes out, I'll try to do the same thing so I can show people why they should get that. And now that the omnibus has been pushed back, maybe those Metro books are a good option. I loved Green Hell. Awesome Mankey art. All right, Smotlock, we were vibing. Forward to Aaron's Thor Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he owns any Nate Garcia cycle.
Oh.
I only own Nate Garcia because you sent it to me.
Was that in that big collection of weird Goiter books he sent you?
He sent me Goiter and Nate Garcia and Simon Hanselman and all this other stuff. that I am going to review at some point in my life.
That was a stream. I remember that one.
Righteous Thirst for Vengeance is a quick but awesome read. 100 Genies was a great read as well. Was that billion genies?
1 billion genies.
1 billion genies.
Dude,
You're
that premise of that book
decimals.
is so cool, and I cannot wait. I have it. I cannot wait to read it.
1 billion, right?
You know what the premise of that book is, or?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, it's.
But go ahead.
No. Yeah, basically, like from what I heard on TikTok like months ago, was that like all these genies come to Earth and everyone gets their wishes granted, and one guy makes a wish for his bar that like wishes are canceled out in his bar, right? That's essentially the premise of the book. Or that's what I heard on TikTok.
Well, now that sounds more interesting to me than the original premise.
Yeah, I just heard that every human gets basically a genie to grant them. I think it's either one wish. I think it's just one wish, right?
Yeah.
Everybody gets one wish, and then like you like that, like people like start wishing other people's wishes to be canceled or something like that. So I'm like that's a really interesting idea. Like,
so like I heard that like one guy in a bar is like, okay, wishes don't cancel out of my bar or whatever, like to make it like a safe space, and that's like what the book is. 8 billion genies is what it's called.
8 billion, 1 billion, 8 billion. How many?
Yeah. Something billion, you know?
It's 8 billion. I just looked at my shelf.
8 billion genies was ridiculous and beautiful. Is Deadly Class a must read? My answer is yes.
Okay.
Isn't some of them out of print? Because they're all in my local comic book shop, and I've been thinking of picking them up.
They're not out of print. They're still in print. I wouldn't say it's a must read. I would say it's a good read. I wouldn't say you have to read this.
Well, he was asking. He didn't ask me if it was a good read. He said, "Is it a must read?" So yeah, Rodimus, you do need to get those Lazarus hardcovers. Rust professing his love for you guys.
Did you finish Deadly Class, Jess?
I haven't. No, I've read the first three times, and now I need to get on the fourth.
Okay, because I was gonna say I didn't really like the ending. That's why I wouldn't say it's a must read.
Oh, okay.
But the beginning hooks you. It's just how he ended it. That's all.
Okay, that's fair. There are some amazing dilemmas in the 8 billion genies. Bunk says Deadly Class is a must-read, great book. The deluxes are absolutely the way to go. Oh, even Cycle says read Deadly Class.
There we go.
One of his few forays into mainstream comics. Any artist gallery edition fans here?
We got some really good demon type art recently that David requested for OPV. I forgot. I forgot what it's called, but it was just very risque.
Yeah. I actually couldn't. We got it, and I couldn't even show the cover because, like, the demon girl or whatever is like fully like nude in the cover. I'm like, bro, I'm surprised they put that like right there for people to see. So I couldn't show it on a.
Not me opening a new tab and purchasing that right away.
I forgot what it's even called.
Just for the audience, what is the name of that book?
What was the name of it, JP? It's
I'll look it up.
Yeah. JP knows. He only ordered like 2 of them, and then one was for us to look at.
Yeah, because David asked for it. It was a while ago. I don't even remember. I had to look it up.
If everyone's looking for a good gallery edition on Organic Price Books, there's Spider-Man One More Day gallery edition.
Okay.
You laughed at that, Omnidog. Why? Because of the story?
I'm not saying anything about anything you guys have for sale is great. I think people go to OPV and buy what they want. That I will just say.
Yeah, personally, buy Hell Witch Risque art book. David's favorite thing. Hell
Witch Risque. So you have one copy left?
I think so, unless David took it home. I don't know here.
Wait, there's 2 versions. Do I want the regular one or the MR one? Oh my god, it says censored on the album cover.
Yeah.
She looks like she'd ruin me.
I'm gonna have to look this up. Sounds like my kind of book.
Here, I'll send the link in the private chat. There, it's censored, so here you go. Here you go,
Small
Jax.
Like never read Deadly Class. So far, my favorite remender has been Tokyo Ghost. That also is a good book.
Okay.
That's good. I enjoy it.
Oh my god, the other cover's even more risque. This is the most okay. That second one, oh, it's a back ordered. Of course, that's the cover that's back ordered. Give me the one that's in David's office that he hides away.
I think we still have it too. The one that's on back ordered.
See, what I like though is that it tells you it's back ordered and it tells you up to 2 weeks after placing order. It doesn't just say it's in stock and then you buy it and then you find out 5 weeks later that your book's shipping. You know, just
okay, which one do I want to click on?
Do first? The second one. Okay, do the first one first and build up to the second one because the second one ups the ante.
Oh, whoa.
Does it say censored on the book or did you censor it for the website?
No, yeah. I think
on the book there's no censor at all.
Should I buy a copy of that book for the Instacart guy? I said I'd send him a t-shirt. Should I send him a copy of Hell Witch Risque?
Do it, bro. That would be hilarious.
You want me to show it? Yeah, I can show it.
You gotta show it.
Yeah, okay, just a sec. Wait, where did that?
So it's in it's in private chat.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, wait. What's the? I didn't look at the first one. Let me see.
The first one's not much better, but I feel like it's a level cleaner.
You want me to?
I think you gotta show the first one first.
I'll show the first one first.
Yeah.
Okay, just a sec. Here we go.
Where's Rodimus? This is a Rodimus type of book right here.
Is this a Rodimus book? Rodimus, you got a rep. There's Hell Witch Volume 1.
Scroll down so they can see the whole cover.
Okay.
There you go, Rodimus.
Why is he scrolling so slowly? David, add some music to it. Like use your beatbox some sensual Hell Witch Risque. Okay, now you guys ready for the even worse cover?
Even worse? You mean even better?
Yeah, even better. Unless my wife is watching, then I would never look at a book like this in my life. She only watches my streams to make sure I don't buy books while I'm on them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Why do I wish I was that skull?
Right? Whoa.
I feel like, okay, in David's office, he has that book, but on the skull, he put a little picture of his face.
I cut it out of one of the bookmarks and I just put it on there.
I have no idea what this book is about, but I'm pretty sure I want it.
Okay, yeah. That's got to go in my next time I do a video of my wife opens my haul.
Dude, yeah, that would be great. What is this? Oh my god.
Is the Love and Rockets box set out of print?
I believe so. I think we have some. I just haven't sold it because people complain about it so much.
What they complain about?
Like when we shipped it, even if there's a small, little, tiny dent, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, it's damaged. I gotta send it back." I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to sell it no more," because that box set was like retails for $400, and just sending it back kind of eats our margins a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pain.
Yeah.
Ew, organic sticky pages. Yikes.
Yeah, you don't need to read what I'm not going to show, dude.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were working your way up to it.
I do have an audience here. Let's see. I recommend. Oh yeah, he's a big Charles Burns fan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bunk's been commenting all night, but he told me today he was like, "I wish I could watch you guys' stream tonight, but it's family time." Go! You should be with your family.
That's true.
His comment though is great.
Yeah, Hell Witch may have moved into my number one spot. You're right, Bunk. You know me well.
Tell me there's a Hell Witch statue.
I bet you there is.
Yeah, there probably is. If you had to pick one Batman Omni that everyone should read, what is it, and why is it the Loeb Sale Omni?
Everyone's gonna say Hush.
I would say Hush too.
Because it's not out yet. You gotta buy it. Hush.
Yeah, even if you have the Paul Dini Omnibus and you have the Hush Absolute, you still need it like me. I'm gonna be a double dipper. Heck yeah.
I would say actually it's Scott Snyder's Batman run. About 1 and 2 omnibuses are good.
Yeah,
I love how they threw in Last Night on Earth in Volume 2. Like, I'm so happy they did that because I think that's a great story. The Grant Morrison Batman stuff is really good, but for me, one of my picks, if I'm not doing the Loeb one, I really like Rise and Fall of the Batman, which was the Tinian rebirth stuff. That's such a good Bat family book.
That's like the best Batwoman story out there.
The stuff between Clayface and Cassandra Cain makes me cry. So good.
Yeah, you're right. That's my new answer.
I don't like how they flip-flop him too much. Clayface, I think, I like that he redeemed himself in the sense of like, you know, became almost like a one of the he became part of the Bat family, but then later on he went back to being a bad guy. I'm just like, oh come on, just leave, give me some hope for some of these bad guys. Like they do the same thing with Sandman, sometimes with Spider-Man, but then like they always just, I don't know. The new writer always likes to, kick him back down.
I thought you meant the Neil Gaiman Sandman at first. I feel like
no.
I was trying to think. I was like, I feel like Morpheus was pretty consistent throughout those books. Yeah. I'm excited for that Absolute that just got announced a few days ago. I don't even think it's like pictures of it. I think you sent me the picture of it, the Batman and Son Absolute.
Oh yeah,
so
I didn't even know.
Hopefully that leads to other Grant Morrison books being Absolutes being reprinted.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Omnis, but
that way I could get all my Absolutes back.
Yeah.
God, that's so painful. Jerson asks, hey JP, any awesome new DC announcements on Friday?
Honestly, I don't even know until Friday. Like people think I know stuff early. I don't. I know when you guys know.
We all look at Omar's video just to see what's coming out.
I know, right?
Russ, no, we don't need a bad joke. Thank you, though.
Yeah, don't click on it. It's rough.
I was gonna say.
Has he already put it in the chat? Oh,
he put the punchline, but they're not the punchline. He put the setup.
I saw that. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, but no thanks.
I really like David.
No Man's Land run. Okay.
I really like David's video on Superman for All Seasons the other day. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, that is a work of art. They took the time to really make that like an absolute that was just like, you just enjoy it. Even just a slipcase is so pretty. Oh
yeah, it's like textured.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I love that. Swamp Thing. Whenever they took the Swamp Thing absolute, that they had like that velvety crushed velvet on it. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, that is cool.
I was shocked that there was a fourth one. Like I didn't realize. I thought there was just the 3, and then I realized there was the Len Wein stuff. So I had to get a cop on that fourth one.
I was gonna say real quick. I have about 17 minutes left, so you guys have any other questions for me? You can let me know. But David will still be here.
That's right.
I think or we do a 17-minute long David dance.
Yeah, I think we should give like a 15-minute warning because I told my wife that I'd be right up. I didn't think it would go past 45 minutes, and that's an hour and 45 minutes ago. So
I know every single time I live stream, you gotta expect at least 3 hours.
That's what my streams usually go. Yeah. Terry's looking forward to the Hush omnibus. Okay, that's good. Superman for All Seasons. Absolute is gorgeous. Bunk is correct. Best Batman redemption story is Killer Croc and Lonely City.
Ooh, nice.
And Rodimus agrees Lonely City is such a great read. That is in my top reads of the year.
I don't think I've bought that yet.
It's really good. That and Suicide Squad Blaze and the Rogues. I don't know that Rogues is my favorite as much as Suicide Squad Blaze and Catwoman Lonely City are. As far as those big Black Label books goes.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad Blaze is amazing, and Catwoman Lonely City is amazing too.
Suicide Squad Blaze was interesting. I wasn't I guess I didn't know what I was expecting when I went into it. I'm just like, okay, another Suicide Squad sort of like, but that one threw me for a loop with just how many people died, really.
It was pretty raw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Master's time is very valuable. Wonder Woman Dead Earth is also amazing. Marcelo hated Suicide Squad Blaze.
I gotta say though, the cover is nowhere near as enticing as the cover of the last book I looked up. So Suicide Squad Blaze looks kind of metal, but it's not calling me in the way that Witch or whatever that last book was called.
Don't pretend you don't know the name of it.
That's funny.
Don't pretend I didn't already purchase it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see an order. I see an order from him already. He just popped up.
Damn it, that's not me.
Wait, you said there's only one copy left? Me and Jess have to race for Hell Witch.
It's already in somebody's cart. They already bought it. Damn it. Mr. Tex, what are you doing with your life? You weren't a fan of Lonely City or Dead Earth? Those are two of the best, dude.
I don't know. Lonely City was good. I never read Dead Earth before though, but Lonely City was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, Bunk's taking off. Taking Jake's advice and getting out of here to hang with my wife, night OPB gang, and jabronis.
Use your wife over us? That's messed up. See you, Buck.
See you, buddy. Yes, Smot, you need to get Lonely City. You will love it, despite what Mr. Tech says. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Bunk. Everybody hit the like button down below.
I got to get that One Room in Dead Earth because I haven't not liked anything written by Daniel Warren Johnson. Like Beta Ray Bill was good. Murder Falcon's one of my favorite books I've ever read. All of his stuff is fantastic. Do a Powerbomb is fantastic. They're all so good.
He is so cool in person. I met him at Heroes Con and he was so great.
Was he the one that wanted to draw on your belly? Or was that someone else?
That was Bunk. Who was that? That was the artist.
Oh, Ben Templesmith.
Yeah, Ben Templesmith.
Bunk's best friend.
Yeah. He wanted to do the cat's butt on my belly, and I was like, no. Somebody did take him up on it though.
Nice.
I'd get an OPB tattoo if I got a sick haul.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Wait. Let's look into this. You would get the OPB.
I get OPB tattooed. Yeah.
If what? Under what circumstances?
I don't know. Make me an offer. I like getting tattooed. I have like a dollar sign. I have a bunch of random tattoos, but I'd get an OPB tattoo for the right price.
I'm offering you nothing, so I'm daring you to.
Dang.
I'll give you one Usagi book.
Done. Can it be Legends?
No.
In a word, no.
No.
Mr. Tex likes Rogues better. Okay, that's fair. Rogues is a good book. JP, are you a big gamer?
I am. I've been playing just Call of Duty, and I think that's it lately. I know Warzone 3 comes out next month, so I'm waiting for that.
And is that online you play it, or just by yourself?
Online, yeah, against other people. Because, I got to trash talk and, let my inner toxicity out every once in a while.
What do you game on?
That's how it happens. I was like, oh, he's Mr. Motivation. He's like Mr. Positive. So you go online and
trash talk at work
like
when David
everybody
shows
else.
up late.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, get wrecked. No, I'm just kidding.
Rodimus, I don't think we're looking for you to get a tramp stamp of OPB. Do a Powerbomb is my favorite read of this year. I still haven't read that. I need to read that.
Oh my god, it's so good. I still think I like Murder Falcon better. It hit me more, but Do a Powerbomb, I read them back to back, and it was a 1-2 gut punch that like made me feel like a better person. Like they're such good books.
I still have to read Extremity, and of course I just saw the deluxe is coming out, but I haven't read Extremity yet. So do you have any other interesting business questions to ask them, Jake? We have 8 minutes left.
10,
Or do we want to just keep on BSing with them?
So I guess my question is, like, we know about the origin now of the name Organic Price Books. One thing that you said though is, oh, I'll change it later. Was there ever like a name that popped in your head that like, oh, what, like you would have, you could have named it? And my other question would be, what made you do the comic book business as opposed to other businesses? Because I feel like I've talked to you and you're like, oh, I want to do like print. I want to do this kind of business. I want to do this business, So like, how was it just a love of comics and a love of
that's
entrepreneurship?
a good question.
So the first question is, it was funny. I would think of random names like Imagination Nation, random stuff like that, or Reader's Lounge. But then Dave was like, "No, we already have OPB. We have our slogan and everything. No point in really changing it." So I was like, "All right,
Please don't change it if I get it tattooed. Like, don't wait till I get the tattoo and then change the name of your website."
That would be awesome. Let's do that.
So, yeah. So I was like, "All right, get the tattoo first, then we'll change it." Yeah, and then the second thing is I still am doing random ventures. Like I have a print on demand thing I'm working on for two things. I think I showed David some, but I am making shirts. Maybe 5 to 10 a day. I mean, not a day, a week, just to see how it goes. Make random designs. I think I showed Mitch quite a bit too. It's fun.
Did he make them all V-necks?
No. Well, yeah, so I did that. But what was the other part of the question?
So was it just like a combination of your love of
comics and
your love of entrepreneurship, or how did you narrow down that as a business you wanted to start?
So comics, it was a total accidental business. It was not supposed to be a business, right? It was more of a selfish thing. Like, hey, I'm gonna go open up because when I bought omnibuses and stuff like that, I read Injustice. That's my first omnibus. I was like, man, this crap is expensive. $125 for a freaking book. Hell no, I'm not gonna pay that much. I'm not gonna go open get a reseller license and open up become a retailer. That way I could get it for half off. And so I was like, I'm just gonna buy one case, right? And then put one on the shelf for myself and then sell off the rest on the Facebook group. But then that started building up traction where people were like, yo, I want to buy this from you. I want to buy that. I was like, all right, cool. I don't want to message you anymore. Go buy off my website. That way I don't have to message each person individually over and over again, because that takes a lot of time. So I opened up a site.
Were you working somewhere else at the time, or did it take a while to segue into your sole job?
No, I wasn't working anywhere at the time. I was just selling stuff on eBay, just liquidation stuff like that. I think that was like, I quit Lifetime. I quit a personal trainer. I didn't want to be that anymore. And then I was like chilling at home for like a year because the pandemic happened. You can't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't really a love for comics. It's like, hey, I'm getting into comics. It's an expensive hobby. I'm trying to save money. Let me do what Jim Mint did and said, let the hobby fund itself. But now the hobby funded the lifestyle and funded everybody.
Now you guys fund other people's hobbies.
Yeah, basically.
There you go.
Right on, man. Smotlock ordered Catwoman Lonely City. Good job.
Check OPP, see if he ordered from you. I'm just kidding.
You have a personal fitness question from Next Imagine on it.
I would say if you're like super serious, if you're not serious yet, just get a bench and dumbbells and kettlebell. That's all you need, honestly. But if you want to upgrade and be a full-fledged gym owner in your garage, there's a power rack, which you can install into the garage. That's what I had, where you can pull it out and pull it in. That way you can save room. Or just go to Titan Fitness and just order stuff from there. It's cheap. It's like Rogue, but it's just cheaper. Don't spend too much money on equipment. Just make sure you get quality equipment, though. But I feel like Rogue is overpriced. You can still get the same stuff with Titan Fitness, and it's just like 4 times cheaper, and they'll still last you. It just depends on how motivated you are in working on. Because some people they have a home gym, they spend thousands of dollars on a home gym. Especially like, let's say a treadmill. You buy a treadmill for the very first time and you use it for a week because you get motivated, then it's a freaking clothing rack.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Oh, it was a used copy. Okay, Smotlock. We'll allow you to stay in the chat. So before we go, speaking of OPB, don't forget my code Omnidog for $2 off,
There you
5%
go.
off. Shipping 3 or more books together. Omnidog, ship it together. Yes, it's very long, but it's too late for me to change it. Way too late. Way too late for me to change it. So let's see. Jake, where can they find you on the internet?
You used to be able to find us on The Brave and the Boys on YouTube, but ever since I got married, I haven't made a video in over a month.
Well,
but you can still find them though.
Yeah, you can find us on YouTube at The Brave and the Boys. Me and my co-host, we're on TikTok on The Brave and the Boy. I forgot to put the S, but I'm the one that uses TikTok anyway, so it's fine. And Instagram, we're The Brave and the Boys on Instagram. So, but yeah, YouTube's the main place. TikTok is the second main place. Sometimes the TikTok will just go viral, and you're like, "Why did that one go big?" But yeah, TikTok and YouTube.
Okay, and now you guys, David, do you have Whatnot still, and you do you run the OPB YouTube channel?
JP still runs it.
Okay.
Well, I actually kind of do. I'll just see what, like, whenever we get reviews, I'll set up when they go out. So I just kind of make sure that everybody gets, I usually will put like reviews on the weekends just because most people are off on the weekend, so they will see it more. So I definitely help with that. And then the Whatnots, JP makes them, and then I just host them. Listen, I'm the personality, he's the brains.
Okay, brains. Tell us where we can find you on the internet besides organicpricebooks.com.
So David does have an OnlyFans account. You can find us at organicpricebooks.com. Same thing for Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, podcast, everything. Just type it in. You'll go everywhere.
Okay, awesome.
And the OPB Discord and the Omnidog Discord.
Yeah, all the Discords too. We'll be there chatting it up.
That's
our Discord been a little bit quiet right now, so join our Discord. Say hi. We'll talk to you.
Yeah,
it'll start working. Oh, it'll start popping once we announce the next Whatnot JP watch.
That's true.
There's James. Thank you, buddy.
There you go.
Mine's in the description. You can also find my Instagram there, Omnidogs_vault for Instagram, and my Discord and all my various codes for OPB are down below. And Chris, with the last question. Hey, I like your avatar there. Hey, does anyone know if Fractions Hawkeye reprint was delayed? My pre-order was pushed back by a few weeks at least.
November 28th is the newest release date.
So yeah, it's coming back out at the end of November, Chris.
Nice.
And Cycle, thank you for being here. And OPB's
wouldn't be a stream without him, wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. And so I will use my theme to play us out. Thank you to JP and Bat Daddy David for being here from OPB, and thank you to Jake for co-hosting with me. I appreciate it, and it was a lot of fun having you guys on. And peace and love.
All right, take care, everybody.
Just for Bat Daddy David, I'll say go Rangers.
Hey, let's do it.
There we go. All right. Peace and love.